my name is Judith Sherman, and I am making a video today to talk to you about something that's very important to me. The subject is, I will not be denied. This phrase is a powerful phrase to me because it is what I said when I was challenged by my family, who didn't understand me and what I was trying to do. They didn't understand the changes that were taking place inside me. And so I have no doubt that what I've experienced is something that you've probably experienced too in one form or another. The story may not be exactly the same, but they are very much the same. And what I experienced may help you find camaraderie. It also may help you find the strength you need to come to the point where you say, I will not be denied. So let me go and tell you my story. I have notes here so I can keep on target. I have a tendency to rant and go on about things, especially things that I feel adamant about. So I made notes to see if I could stay on track. Let's see if I can do it. Okay. If you don't take yourself seriously, other people are not going to take you seriously. That's the first thing I discovered, and I think that's what brought a lot of the obstacles from my family that I experienced, a lot of the troubles that I experienced, because I didn't see myself as an author. I didn't take myself seriously as an author, and my past history had not been one of a lot of success, and so my family didn't believe me when I said I was going to write books. And they even accused me of being mentally unbalanced, to put it mildly. That's not exactly what they said. But the point is that I didn't take myself seriously enough to convince them that I could do something more than just be a mother. To them, I was mom, and that's all I was, and that's all I'll ever be. Obstacles are necessary in order for us to examine our reasons for doing something, and that's what happened. When they forced me to examine my life, when they forced me to examine my reasons for doing things, when they forced me to examine my commitment, when I felt that it was being taken away from me, when I felt the challenge, that's when I really wrestled with, would I make a difference? Does what I have to say really have merit? What can I do? How can I make a difference in people's lives? Is there anything that I can say that would help others? And at first I didn't believe there was. A lot of things that I had said were things that other people had said, and I felt like I probably would not be taken seriously because others had said it that had more credibility than me. There was a lot of things that made me doubt myself, and that will be another subject altogether on another video. But because I doubted myself, because I didn't have the commitment, because I didn't have the faith in myself, I was being challenged by my family. So my first advice to you is to wrestle with this. Find out how committed you are, and find out if this is something you really want to do. And if you will come to the point where you say, I will not be denied, I'm going to do this, then that's a big step in the right direction. Okay, it is when we are challenged, when someone tries to steal our dream, that is when we realize what we want. Then a new commitment takes shape, and our dream is, it then forces us to pursue what we want and to become more focused. That's important. Until you get to that point, you're not going to be focused. The commitment isn't there. That's what happened to me. In the year 2000, I had an amazing experience that changed the way I understood my potential and opportunities to fulfill what I was destined to do. Actually, I felt that it was what I was commissioned to do by the Lord. And that's probably another reason why my family felt that I was a little off my rocker. I told them that I felt that this was an experience that not many people have. And when you tell others that kind of thing, they think you're wacko. But I learned that when I started telling my story to a few people that I felt I could trust, I learned that other people had the same kind of an experience. So I didn't feel so crazy anymore. I knew that I had to write about my experience, and that was a hard thing to do because I had been challenged. My sanity was being challenged. People were looking at me like I was crazy when I tried to tell them what had happened. And so it took a lot of strength for me to even write about my experience. At first I started out as just a journal, and I couldn't leave it alone. I had to write. And that's where you find what your real potential is. I knew that I had to write about my experience and that it was something many people would never experience, and they needed to hear my story. Let me try to explain what happened. My book that I wrote was The Land of My Potential. This is a little mock-up. It's not the real book. This is what I created just to kind of see what the book would look like and to get a feel of writing, because I had never written a book before. I didn't know how to go about it, and it was something tangible that I could touch, that I could see, that I could feel. And my husband was so proud of me when he saw that, and he took it to work, and it wasn't a real book yet. He was kind of embarrassed, but that was my way of making something tangible to hold on to. The book was based on my experience that I had while I was sitting on the back porch pondering about being successful in business. I had read a book called Read and Grow Rich. Try that again. Read and Grow Rich by Burke Hedges. It was a small book, but it was a powerful book, and it got me thinking. And then I had just come back from a weekend seminar, business conference, and it was a powerful meeting and had me doing a lot of thinking. And so I started firing questions at my husband. Poor guy. He was trying to watch a TV program, and here I am asking him, can we really be successful? Can I really be able to satisfy my dreams? Can I really do this? Can we do that? Can we, I was just firing these questions one right after another, and he says, Jude, just go outside and just go away, leave me alone. So I did. I went to the back porch and sat down and just started thinking about all these things that were going through my mind. And I looked over this beautiful backyard we had. It looked like a park, and it was just an amazing backyard. We were living on school property as caretakers, and it was 22 acres of beautiful forest in Oregon. It was just an awesome, beautiful piece of property, and I was so grateful and so thankful for it. And as I was doing that, I just filled with an immense gratitude. And in my mind's eye, I experienced something I've never experienced before. I was able to see my potential. I actually saw my potential, and I saw all the opportunities that were there for me. And it changed me that day, that very day. And I began to realize that the land of my potential is in our minds. It's what we limit ourselves in our own minds. We either accept opportunities and accept our potential in our minds, or we don't believe it. And so that's what started my book, The Land of My Potential. And it turned into a 6-book series, and actually The Land of My Potential is the last book in the series. And that's not going to be released until a little bit later. You can check it out at treasureboxseries.com. And if you go to http://shop.treasureboxseries.com, you'll find the book there. Books. And some PDFs that you can get, and some free ones.